Hey everyone, this is Robin Pike with Crafty Stamper, and today is May the 9th of 2026. And I'm so glad you're joining me today. Just say a little prayer for me. I've had to move my area where I do my videos, and so I feel just like lost. so hopefully I've got everything together, and hopefully this will go smooth. But who knows? And if it doesn't, it's going to be okay. It won't be the end of the world. But I wanted to showcase the Moonlit Flora for you today. And it is just a beautiful suite. I have really enjoyed working with it. And the papers are absolutely gorgeous. Um, there's so many possibilities if you like ferns. Oh my goodness, they have so many pretty ferns on here. And we have flowers, and then it is beautiful. Like I said, I can't say enough about it. I was going to see if they had any more pictures over here. They do show one right here where they're showcasing the bundle. Let's see if we can see it. There we go. My lighting is a little off, but it's going to be okay. All right. So anyway, I wanted to show you 3 cards that I had made, and let me get those out for you. And I've got this one here, which I think is just so pretty. I just love the way it turned out. They have little butterflies, and then they have moths on the stamps. And then I've got this one here. And then I've got this one. And this one has a little moth on it. And I think it's so pretty. But don't you just love the colors? Look at that, the way it highlights. I just think that is, I don't know, it's gorgeous. And then that golden glow. My goodness, that with that dark background, it is beautiful. Anyway, and then they've got Secret C in it. But let me show you some of the paper and the actual stamp sets. This is what they look like here. And then we have the embossing folder, which is beautiful. I've used it on the cards. And so, let me get this out. And you can ooh and ah over this because I do every time I get it out. It is so beautiful in person. It's beautiful on here too. But wow, in person, it is just gorgeous. I mean, the white on here, the golden glow, the dark, it's beautiful. And then there's your, the back of that. And then we have this piece. And it's got the berry burst little piece of color in it. And then that's the back side of it. And let's see, I think this is the same as this is part of the one I showed you just a while ago. And then we've got this color here. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Then you've got that side there. And then look at this. I just think that mauve is just beautiful. That was one of the things when I saw that, I thought, oh, wow, I just love that. I love the colors. I love that soft seafoam that's in it. It is just beautiful. Anyway, I've got little pieces here and there of it. Here's another little piece here. Look at that. That golden glow just really shows up on that. And then that's the background on it. But there's just beautiful paper in here. So I just had to show it to you and you need it. Everybody needs this set. It is just absolutely gorgeous. And so I'm going to see if I've got I know I have my gems here somewhere that come with it. But here they are. Okay, so these come with it if you get the suite. And if not, you can order it separately. But these are the Dewdrops embellishment. But you know what? I use the in colors. I ended up using the in colors on mine. And the golden glow. And I loved it. I thought it was pretty. But we could have used, and that was Peaceful Time, but we could have used these two. Can't go wrong with any of it. So let's go ahead and let's get started making these cards. So let's see. We'll just pull the first one out. And this is everything. If you place a $50 order with me, this is everything that you will get in the kit to make your cards. And luckily, well, it's not so lucky because right now our the suite is on back order. And so are the bundle is on back order. The paper's on back order. The bundle will be back on, it's given a date of May 25th, I think, the 24th or the 25th. And then June 8th, all of it should be back, including the paper. But if you get this with me, then I give you the paper. So you'll have everything to make your cards with, just your stamping. I can't do any stamping, but luckily, the only stamping that you're going to need is for your sentiment here, in which you can put any sentiment on there. And I just realized that I forgot to cut this little piece and put it in here, but I hopefully can make do, or maybe we just won't put it on there. I don't know. Like I said, it's just been kind of a little crazy time for me this morning, just trying to move things around. So I hope you just bear with me and give me grace. So let's go ahead, let's get started. And like I said, all of this will come in your kit. And I'm just going to start with, let's see, I think I will start with this here. And then this is just our basic white paper. And then I've cut this down. And then we're just going to put this on our paper. And we're just going to give it a little border here. Okay, that looks good there. Looks like my lighting is a little off, but then we're going to put this down here. And then I've got Peaceful Pine here. And we're just going to put this little strip of Golden Glow. And we're just going to put it across here. And then that's going to go on top of that. So I'm going to use, I think, some glue on this. I got a little too much. Hopefully it won't ooze out. But it did. It will dry clear. But I'm going to try to get some of that off there. Let's see if we can straighten it out. Okay, so we've got that going. And then from here, we're just going to glue this down. Okay, now we've got this right here. From here, it's so funny because I didn't use dimensionals on anything on this card. Now you could use dimensionals here. I didn't. I don't know really why I didn't. I think it would probably look good with dimensionals. I tell you what, I think we might just use dimensionals on here. I guess I was not in a dimensional mood the day I created these cards. That's the only thing I can come up with. Oh, I already see. No, I didn't. I thought I had made a mistake already, but I haven't. Not yet. I'm sure it will come. All right. So here we're just going to kind of, I want it to kind of just go a little bit below our Peaceful Pine here. Let's see if that's even. Okay. That looks good there. And then, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut our little ferns down. Is that not beautiful? Look at the detail in that. So pretty. I'll tell you what, my mother-in-law would love this. She loves all kind of flowers, and I may just have to. I've got another card made, but for Mother's Day, but oh, I forgot to cut it before I did that. I've got another card made for Mother's Day for her, but I don't know. I may have to swap it up and use something different because this would really be good for her. Do you ever do that? Do you ever make a card for somebody and then you end up changing it? All right, so here we're just going to cut this off right here. Just put a little glue on here. Just a little dot. Doesn't have to be every one, just something to where it will hold it down. And then we're just going to kind of point this one this way. I'll hold it down for just a second. Oops. And they are very delicate, so be careful with them because that just kind of pulled that one a little bit. Okay, so we've got that done. And then from here, I'm just going to make a bow. And I've got the little 10-second bow maker. I need to spread it out a little bit. And I don't know if you have one of these or not, but you probably do. But if you don't, they're very helpful in tying bows and making them look all pretty. I'll say that. And then this one will probably turn out terrible. But normally, they're just really pretty. So I think I'm going to cut this a little bit more. Then that will go right there. Let's see if I can get it twisted around a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to put that on with glue dots. And I like to usually use 3. I put 1 in the center and then 2 on the sides. I just feel like it holds it a little bit better. Sometimes I use glue. Just depends. Okay. And there, we're just going to put that right there. Okay. Still not happy with that one. I think I need to cut it just a tad bit more. The other one, I think I cut a little too short, so I want them to be even. And I need my better scissors to cut with. But we're making do, right? Okay, so we've got that. Now we're going to put our sentiment over there. And I forgot to cut a little piece of paper, so I'm going to have to take our, you have to cut me up a little piece of paper here and stamp our sentiment on here. And it says sincere thanks. I need to redo that one. Like the end may have something on it. Yeah, I need to clean it. Let me see. You can see the little dot it's got right there, so it needs to be cleaned. It's got some kind of goo in it. All right. Yeah. See if that'll work better. It still has that. Let me see. I don't know if you can tell or not, but see that little dot right there? I'm not sure what I've got on here. There is no telling. All right. Let me see. There it comes. All right. Now it should work good. Yes. A lot better. All right. So now we've got to get us another piece of paper. They use both sides. Too bad there's not a third side on it. Sometimes I might need a fourth and a fifth side. Okay. Perfect. Oh, and while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you. Let's see. So I did the butterflies on this one. Looks like I did these butterflies here. So I think I have one butterfly here. That's all I put on this card was one butterfly. And I just took that and stamped it and then colored it with soft seafoam green. It was either that one or the dark one. Let me see. Sometimes I use the dark one because the light doesn't show up very much. So let's see. I don't know. Maybe use the light, it looks like. Here, I'm just going to kind of bounce around on it because I haven't given it a whole lot of time to dry. And I don't want it to smear. So I'm just going to kind of bounce around. All right. So that's all I did there. And then I cut it out with the embossing folder because we do have the die for that. All right. So I've got that. And luckily, I have one here, but I didn't color it. So let's go ahead and color it real quick. Well, it keeps sticking to me. My goodness. Okay. Here's the light color. All right. Then I ended up putting some Wink of Stella on it. Okay. And now we have some pretty shine to it. I don't know. I'm not sure if you can see anything today or not. It has some shine on it. It's just hard to see right now. I think it's my lighting. Like I said, give me grace and I'll do better. All right, so here we're just going to cut this. I think I actually used my, and I should have brought it in here, my, the punch that cuts out the three, well, the trio, I think that's what it's called. And it cuts out the flag ends, and then one end cuts out like a pointed end. And anyway, there's three different ends that it cuts off. But today we're going to use the robin. We're going to use the robin punch. And it's not that pretty. It's not as pretty as the other ones are. But hey, it works, right? Sometimes we can't get it all. And sometimes we just have to make do with the best we can. And so here, I'm just going to put this kind of up in here. And we'll try to tuck it underneath my fern. If I can, I can get it underneath there. All right. So there, we're just going to kind of tuck it like that. And then I'm just going to need a dimensional just on this side right here. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to need a full dimensional, so I'm just going to cut this one. We're just going to stick it right here. And put it right down there. And then I'm going to get a glue dot, and I don't think I didn't bring my little take your pick tool because that's always a good one to use for my glue dots. But or some little tweezers would be good, but I think I'm just going to try to slide this underneath here and help it stick. Okay, so I've got that. Let's see, it looks like I moved it up. Looks like I was a little higher on this other one. Well, this one's going to be right here. And then I'm going to take our little, let's see, I didn't bring my black in here to do his little body. So he's just going to have a watercolor body. So we're going to put him. I'm going to put him on a dimensional. And then put it right here. Now let's get our little pretty embellishments. And we're just going to put, let's see, I'll put a big one here, another big one here, and then did one small one right there. So that is the way that came together. And then we're going to actually put it on top of our base. Looks like I used dimensionals on it. Maybe that's why I didn't use dimensionals on this, because I had already put this on dimensionals. We could glue it down. We could put dimensionals on it. You can do whatever you want to. It's your card. So, you know, that's what makes everything unique. It's your way of doing it. And I love to see the spin that everybody puts on their cards. And that's where we learn. That's where we learn different ideas, different techniques. And so, take that out. And then we're just going to put this on top and try to center it all the way around the best that we can. Let's see. Okay. And that looks pretty good. Looks decent. Looks like it needs to come over here just a tad, but it's not off too bad. Isn't that pretty? I think it's so pretty. Right, let's move these little straps out of the way. And then we're going to put this inside. It's just going to go straight across this little piece here. You could use this side if you wanted to. In my card, I used the gold side just because it went with that. So I'm going to continue to do that. But you could do the other because it all matches. That's what's so good about Stampin' Up! Is because all of our stuff matches. We don't have to go from here to there trying to get pieces and different colors to match. So they have it all together and make it easy for us. That was one thing that drew me to Stampin' Up! That, and I think their products are good. So we've got that on the inside. And there's the inside of our card and the outside of our first card. So let me know what you think. Do you like it better with the black for his little body? Does it show up more? Or what do you think about it being like this? Either way works. I think either way is fine. So, all right. So let's move that one to the side. And then we will get our next card. And this one is going to be this card here. I'm going to set it over here. And get our little pieces out. Here's our little butterfly. That's the little small butterfly that's on this side here. I put it there. I've got both butterflies. There's one that's a little bit bigger, and then this one, and then we've got the moth, I think. Well, this may be the moth. I think this is the moth because it seems like the wings. Do the wings go down on a moth and see how they come up on a butterfly? I don't know. Anyway, that's what I was thinking. So let's go ahead. Let's get this right here put on. And we're going to But yet, right up here at the very top, because we don't want to see the white on it. So we're just making sure that it fits nicely and we don't see the white. So there we've got it looking good. Okay, from here, I'm going to take our ribbon and I'm going to put it around the back, and then I'm going to bring it over to the side, and I'm going to attempt to tie a bow. So let's see if I give myself enough ribbon here. I'm just going to do this. It's probably, I think I'm going to do it upside down, because I've noticed when I do it upside down, I don't know if you've ever noticed this or not, and I'm going to cut this because it's hard for me to work off the little spool. So I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but I have for myself. May be fine for you. But if I tie a bow, like I want it, the bow, you know, of course, this is the way my card's going to go. Well, if I tie it this way, it's like my, the little pieces of the bow, the little legs, whatever you want to call it, the ribbon on here, always goes up this way. So I noticed the other day when I did it upside down that it worked better. So we're going to try that today and see if it works like it did the other day, or see if it was just a coincidence. Look at that. That's perfect. Look at that. It did work. How about that? All right. So we're going to bring it down just a little bit and kind of move our bow around some. Okay. And then we're going to cut the little legs off of it, or whatever you want to call them. I'm not sure what we should call them. I'm sure there's a right name for them besides little legs. All right, and I'm going to stick this underneath here and try to get my bows poofy. Now, I will spend more time on bows trying to get them to be exactly like I want them. I usually fail. Usually doesn't work out, but I still try. Anyway, but I do. I spend a lot of time trying to get my bows like I want them to be. So we got that there. Right there. And we're going to trim this up just a little bit more. Okay. And I want that to want it to work with me. Okay. That's good enough. I still think that's a little long compared to my other one. And then I'll end up getting it too short, and then I'll be griping because it's too short. Okay. So we've got that. And then I'm just going to stick me a glue dot on the back here. That way it keeps it from moving. All right, so we've got that, and then this is going to go on here. So let's go ahead and let's get that put on. And then we'll start putting our little leaves down. Get the little white pieces in those flowers. Isn't that pretty? Have you got the new white gel pens? I've seen so many people playing with them and really decorating their flowers up with it. And it looks really good. I have not really experimented with my white gel pen, but I'm going to. It's on my list of things to do. Okay, got that there. Now we're going to take, and we're going to have to cut some of these, I think. Let's see, this one may be okay. And I'm just going to tuck it. I'm tucking it underneath here, underneath my bow. Let's see, actually that one's going underneath the paper, it looked like. So that works out too. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little glue here. Just throw some glue everywhere. Tuck it underneath here. And that's going to come down here. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. I love these ferns. Okay, and this little piece is going to go right over here. Do y'all have any big plans for Mother's Day? Today is decoration. We're in the South. I guess everybody has decoration. I don't know. Maybe you call it something different, but it's where we go and a special time of the year at like your different churches and cemeteries and stuff where you carry flowers. And today is what we call decoration, and where my dad is buried and my grandparents and then both my brothers. And so me and mother are the only ones left in our immediate family. And so me and her are gonna go down and put flowers on, and then also um, my great grandmother is buried up there. And so anyway, we're going to be doing that later today. And then tomorrow I will just spend time with my mother-in-law and my mom. And of course, I always spend time with my mom because she lives with us. And so I get to see her every day. I'm fortunate enough that, you know, that she's still around and that we get to see each other all the time. All right, so here I'm going to use, I believe I ended up using I think white old olive on this. I put these together last week. So, you know, if I didn't do it just a few minutes ago, I'm going to forget. So, yeah, that looks like it. All right, so we're just going to do the leaves and the stems here. And I'm not sure. I thought these looked like little buds on here. Do they look like little flower buds? Anyway, that's what I did. I made them to be a flower bud. So I colored them with a golden glow. And I've got two of them on here. So I'm going to get this one, and then I'll get our golden glow out. Then I'll get this done. And this doesn't take long at all. So when you get yours, you'll just get the white ones, just like I showed you here. And then you can color them. And you could color them any color you wanted to. You could do peaceful pine, probably. That would look good. Let's see, that needs to be done there. And that one needs to come up a little bit more. All right, did that? Oh, I missed that one. That must have been one that my eye just wasn't picking up. Okay, so here's our golden glow here. This is light golden glow. All right, so we got that done. So this is what they look like there. And we're just going to put some glue on them. Dab off some of that glue. And then we're just going to kind of tuck it under here. And then I'm going to take the other one and tuck it. I just wanted the reason, it seemed like there was a lot of green there, which I love, it's fine. But I just thought, well, this is a little bit of green, and then I'm putting in that little pop of color, which I thought made it look good by adding it. You just see that little pop of the golden glow. So that's what made me decide to put these on here. Fingers are sticking to everything. All right, so I've got that there. And then we're going to paint a color, a cute little butterfly. Okay. then we're going to just glue him down. And we could use you could use a dimensional if you wanted to, or you could do the blue dot. And I just wanted to put him right here. Give some more of that golden glow color. And I just kind of, you can tilt his little wing up if you want to. You know, that way he doesn't look like he's just laying there flat. Either way is fine. It doesn't matter. But I thought that looked good. And then let me see. I know I had some embellishments here somewhere because I know they were packed in here. Because I looked at everything before I came on here to make sure I had everything I needed. That's how easily they can get away from you. Okay. Well, luckily, I think I did bring some more. So I don't know what. I probably slung them off in the floor when I was pulling everything out. Who knows? Okay. So here, now, this is something I will send you. I'll just be able to cut this out. I can't stamp this little image around here, but I will send you the little piece that's just white. And it'll be fine because I've used it like that on other stuff. Okay, now this one says, you're an amazing friend. So let me find my stamp. I've already got them on blocks. And here it is. It says, you're an amazing friend. Let's get that stamped on there. And hopefully it works out good. And if it doesn't, then we're just going to have to go with it because I don't have an extra one made. Oh, look at that. That turned out perfect. Okay. Put the lid back on that. And then this we're going to put on dimensionals. And I'll just put 3 on here. That seems to keep it steady. Let's see what that looks like. Let me put it up here so I can see it better. I think it might need to come down a little bit. So me and my husband always, he sees things, I don't know. When he thinks something's level, I'm not seeing it as being level. Do y'all do that? Do you do it with other people, your husband or friends? Or I was trying to find my, let's see. I know I brought my little glue eraser in here, but I'm not sure what I did with it. Well, let's see if I can pat it off of this and then maybe roll it. Oh, here it is. It's right here in front of me. Goodness gracious. Okay, now let's get this put on. Looks like I used dimensionals for it. Anyway, he'll think something is level, and then I'm not seeing it that way. And so anyway, it's just weird the way, I don't know, the way I feel like things are level and they don't seem that way to him. Sometimes we even get the, what is it called? The thing that, the leveler. That's what it is. Sometimes we'll get that out and just check. Sometimes he's right. Sometimes I'm right. Okay. So I guess neither one of us are good. Neither one of us can see things very well. I think that's what that's telling us there. Okay. And so now on the inside, we're just going to put this. Let's see. And then I did stamp these flowers here. So let's go ahead and get that stamped. And we're just going to put it right here. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Get that out of the way. And then I think we'll just go ahead and put this in here. And that'll give it a little bit more time to dry before I decide to start coloring on it, because I do want to color the flowers. So put that put in here. And then I wished I knew what I did with my embellishments. Okay. Well, luckily we have some here. So it looks like I put a big one right here. I put a big one down here. And then I put a small one right here. And it looks like that one. Looks like it's missing a sticky on it. And let me get a glue dot. Okay. All right. So there's that. That's the finished product on the outside. Here's the inside. And now let's go ahead and let's get this color. And I just painted all the little buds on here. Like I said, they should be green, but I did them golden glow because I wanted it to pick up some golden glow. Let's get these going here. Up there. I think that's all of it. And then we're going to get Old Olive. And just be careful about going to the ends of it because it will run on you, the color, and then it will get outside the line sometimes if you go up through there because it like, I guess, sinks into the paper, you know, and it will do that. So, all right. So that's the finished card on the inside and the outside. Let's move on to our last one. Then we will bring those back in. Look at this mess I've got. Let me clean this up. I don't even have a garbage can in here right now. I've got to get everything situated. But we're going to get this cleaned up a little bit anyway. Now, our last card. And then here it is. And so from here, I'm going to put, and this, you see the way I did that? Okay, so what I did is I cut this. Actually, it's a piece that's 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. I scored it at, let's see, I think I scored it at 4 1/4, which is our normal. And then this I cut off. Let's see. So it's 3 inches. This is 3 inches. So I cut what? 1/4. I mean, 1 1/4, I think. Is that right? Yeah. 4 1/4. That was 4 1/4. Yeah. Okay. 1 1/4. All right. So that's the way that did. So then I put this on the inside of it and I put this piece here down. And it was a leftover piece that I had. And so I didn't carry it all the way to the end. So I think it was off one of the other pieces that I cut. I can't remember, but I just used it. So if you don't like that, then you can carry yours to the end. I'm not sure what I'll end up sending in there. It may be a full piece. It may be a piece that's cut. It may be a piece that looks like this is what I'm trying to say. And there is a correct way to put it on because your fern's going up. And let's see, did I put it? Yeah, I left a little border over here to the left. And put it on like that. Then here I can go ahead and put this on the inside. Y'all, I love this set. It is so pretty to work with. I've got so many good sets. And I just can't wait to show you all of them. I get kind of anxious about it because it's like there's so many good things, and I want to show you everything. And it's kind of hard to do because I don't get to stay in my stamp room all day like I want to. It's like I did not cut this like I should have. So let's see, make sure I cut this correctly. All right, so here, this is 5 and an 8. So I think I probably give an 8. Let's see, a 16th of a border. So I'm going to cut this. Let's see what I'm going to cut this. 5 and an 8. So I may do an 8th border. We'll try that. And then this, let's see what it looks like. Okay, so it's measured correctly going across. I just didn't have it cut off like I should have. All right, so then that's going to go on there. Just going to glue it down. And then I'm going to glue this on here. And I'll just kind of make sure that it was centered on here and equal all the way around. Okay. Then I've got these pieces here, and I want to take, and this I embossed with our embossing folder, and I probably should have told you that on the other ones too. Hopefully you could see it, but I just embossed. I used the embossing folder on all of the cards, I believe. I need to go back and look and make sure I don't want to tell you a lie. This should have been cut down. I forgot about that. All right, so let me see what I got here. Okay, so this one that needs to be cut down because I wanted this to be just a little bit smaller, so I had to cut each side just a tad. If this is going to be enough. And I had to do it on each side in order to make it even. So let me, because I went and put that glue on there, it's kind of making it difficult. But let's see. Hopefully this is the right measurement I needed. If not, I'll be doing some doctoring up, I guess. All right, so let's see what we got here. Okay, that looks pretty good there. All right, so from here, I'm just going to have to cut some of the blue up here at the top. There wasn't an in-between size for this. That's why I ended up having to do this, because I wanted to have the secret C on here because I thought it looked good. So that's why this die here is an original die to cut out. And then I had my gold piece here, which is from, you know, the banners and everything. And it was the original die. So what I did was I just cut another secret C, the same size as this. And then I ended up cutting it down. And that way it gave a border. So that's what you'll need to do. When you get your kit, you'll just cut it down and to where it will fit. And then you'll have a border around there. Just going to put some glue on here. Okay. And man, my hands are sticky. I'm going to get me a wipe and see if I can get the stickiness off my fingers. All right, let's get that done. Looks like I still got a little bit, but it's good enough. All right, so we've got this here. And then I need to take this banner here and I need to do like a little ducktail on it. So I need to get my scissors and just cut up through here. And just cut up the center and then go from the corner and cut in. And then the same over here. And then I have that. All right, so then that will just go down over there. But it's gonna fit like this right here. And then this will go on dimensionals. So let's go ahead and let's put some dimensionals on that. And I think I ended up putting them, let's see. Okay, so this is going to have dimensionals over here. This over here, make sure you don't put dimensionals. You can put right to the edge of it, but you don't want to put dimensionals all the way to it. So we'll go ahead, put some over here. And then that will go on there. And then we've got this. So next, I think I'm just going to go ahead and let's stamp our sentiment here. And it says, you make the world a better place. Okay, so here we've got this. And then here's the little tag that you'll get. I've got so much stuff scattered here. Don't be like me. Don't do what I'm doing. Okay, so we're going to get our Versamark out, and then I'm going to get my little embossing buddy, and I'm not going to stick it in the Versamark. I'm going to put it on here on the cardstock, and that way, hopefully, everything comes out pretty and nothing sticks to it that shouldn't. Okay. All right, so we've got that. To get our embossing powder out, and this is the opaque bright white. So we've got that there. Then we're going to put the heat on it, and then our sentiment will be done. And I need to get my little tweezers. What did I do with the tweezers? Well, I just had them here not too long ago. But it looks like they've got legs and ran off. So I'm going to hold it down with this and hopefully this will work. All right, so let's get this embossed. Isn't it magical the way this just starts turning so white and shiny? So pretty. Okay. So I've got that. I'm going to move it to the side and let it cool off for a minute. And while it's doing that, we'll go ahead and we'll color in our butterflies. And we're going to do 2 of those. And then we're going to have the golden glow. Okay. I could put some Wink of Stella on. I don't even know that I put the Wink of Stella on my other one. I probably need to go back and look at it. Because we always want Wink of Stella on there. Makes everything shine and pretty. All right, so I've got that done. Okay, so from here, I think I'm going to push those over there. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start putting this down. So I'm going to put it on the right thing. And that one's already got it, so it doesn't need anything. Okay, so here I'm just going to place that here. I'm just going to get the glue out. First, it looks like I need to put this one down. I may need to cut that because I don't want it to go past our sentiment. So here I just placed it over this way. Then I got the little gold one. I probably need to cut it off too, because it's going to be a little bit shorter. It's going to stick down here instead of being up even with the Secret C one that we put down. So we want it to be a little bit lower. Then we're going to take our little piece here and we're going to put it and let it go up above the Secret C. That way it gives you different levels. Everything's not in line because we don't want it to be like that. We want to have the different heights in there. In here, just going to throw that over this way. And then it's going to stick down. Okay. And then we're going to put our sentiment on. And I use dimensionals for it. Got that one too close to the edge. Okay. Then that's going to go in here. That. Make sure it's level. It looks level to me. It might not be to my husband. It might be to y'all, but it looks it to me. Okay, and here we're just going to kind of put this down here. And then we've got another one that we're going to put on, and it's going to sit right up here. Like that. I'm just going to get it right there. Isn't that pretty? All right. And here's our embellishments for this one. It's going to go there, and then a little small one. And then a bigger one down here. Then we're going to take the embellishments off this. And once we get this done, our card will be finished. Okay, y'all, so I'm going to have a Winnie the Pooh class that I'm offering, and I'll send you out everything you need. Of course, I can't send the stamping, and it also comes with a pack of paper, and it comes with, let's see, a whole pack of paper of the Winnie the Pooh, and then it comes with the in color dots that we have, which is these that I've been using over here. And of course, you can see how many I've used. But you'll get a full pack of those and a full pack of paper. And let me get my card here. And then the PDF to show you how to put it together. And let me go ahead and I'm going to glue this down. And anyway, I think my cards turned out really cute. And it's my monthly kit. Like crafty card kit. That's what I call it. And so if you're interested in it, I will be going live, I hope sometime next week with it, because I still have to do the PDF. I got my cards created. I still have to do the PDF for it. But, and then it will be ready. And you know what I did? I put those on the wrong side. Let's put them over here. We're going to have to get another one. Anyway, I was real happy with the way the cards turned out. But I'll give you a little sneak peek of them, so you'll know what's there. And I hope you love them. I do. I think they're, and you know that Winnie the Pooh set is so cute. He is precious. And I'm sorry to the people who can't get it. I know that's hard, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I need to ask Stampin' Up. I don't know if we may can send out the, well, never mind. You can get the PDF definitely. Of course, it's not going to do you any good because I can't send you the product to make the cards with. So never mind. Okay, so don't be like me and put them on the wrong side because then you've got this where it looks ugly on the back. So I'll have to correct that. I can just go back and put a piece of golden glow on that and fix it. But so just make sure. I thought I had made sure, but I guess when I did, I just chose the wrong side. I don't know. Anyway, so here's the finished card here. Isn't that just pretty? Okay, so let's do all of this out of the way. Bring our cards back in. Those. These. Put that on top. And then, so let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. Or do you not like any of them? Anyway, I think they're pretty. I like them. And I hope that that you like them too. But let me show you this before I get off. And remember, it's got to be a $50 order, and I will get those in the mail, send them to you, let you create these cards. Because, like I said, right now it looks like it's going to be May 25th, I believe, when the stamp sets, the bundle comes back. But the paper and the whole suite, the paper's what's the hold up. I think it's going to be back June 8th. So anyway, you'll have to wait for that. But if you want the make and takes, I can definitely get these in the mail to you, so you could put together 3 cards using this paper and everything until it comes in. Okay, so here's my little sneak peeks. There's that one. Got that one. Got this one, and this one. And that's my card. That's my cards for my crafty club kit or crafty card kit. So like I said, I'll be putting that, be on the lookout, and I'll be putting that out hopefully this week. I'll get the PDF done and everything, and then and we can get that sent out to you and let you start having fun and making those cards. So, all right, guys. Well, I sure do appreciate you hanging out with me today. I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. And for those that maybe are not mothers but want to be, I know there's someone special out there that thinks of you as a mom. And so just know that you're loved, and that, sometimes I know it's good to be a mom if you want to, but sometimes you're a blessing, or most of the time, you're a blessing to other people, and they look at you as a mom. So I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.